Back in 1847, if you lived on this Old Town street, one day you lived in D.C. Next day, you're in Virginia.
Sometimes the most fascinating stories from the past can be found by looking in the most ordinary places. In this case, the literal gutters of time.
This was made in Alexandria, D.C., right across the street. This is made in Alexandria, Virginia.
These two Old Town downspouts face one another in the same block of homes on Prince and South Fairfax streets.
About how far apart was this one manufactured from the one that we're seeing directly across the street from us?
It could have been as little as 6 months.
To help explain their story in a way that won't drain your energy, I brought in friend of the show, Alexandria's very own historian Dan.
In 1847, Alexandria, which had been part of the District of Columbia since 1801, retroceded back to the state of Virginia.
I had no idea that this was once part of DC, so it was news to me.
At the time, Georgetown was part of DC, Alexandria was part of DC, the capital city was part of DC, and they had very different ideas of how they wanted the district to look and to act.
Dan says back in the day, all the different districts within the district dealt with their own finances, and differing views on social, economic, and ideological issues caused a geyser of division in D.C. in the lead up to the American Civil War. That's how these downspouts made by the ironworkers at Alexandria's T.W. and R.C. Smith foundry ended up like twins separated at birth when the city got congressional approval to rejoin the Commonwealth.
They are operable. As you can see, however, they're perhaps not the most effective.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just like it ends right there. It doesn't go all the way up to the roof.
Right.
Interesting. So what was the main point of this?
That's what we're saying. We don't know. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't quite have a gutter system set up.
At the end of the day, these ordinary downspouts are the perfect illustration of how the best history lesson can be learned when you take a closer look beneath the surface and when your mind is, say it with me, in the gutter. In Alexandria, Virginia, Matt Kaufax.
Only in Old Town. Only in Old Town, for sure.
WTOP News. For more stories like this, download and listen to WTOP Radio on our app or tune in to 103.5 FM.